guys, this is Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a review for Avengers The Enemy Within, which is a mini-series that crosses over in a lot of different titles. Avengers Assemble, Captain Marvel, so I think this is the only one where it's like a separate issue. But this starts the mini-series for Captain Marvel, and I guess a little bit of the Avengers also, but mostly Captain Marvel. But let's talk about a couple updates before I talk about this issue. First update is I have 2 reviews on DarkAvengerINC that I usually do on Comic Uno, which is FF issue 7 and Nova issue 4. So if you want to go check out those reviews, just go to the description below and there will be a link for DarkAvengerINC. Guys, another update I have is I have a new layout for my channel, which is the one YouTube layout. It's supposed to be changed in June anyway, so I was just decided to change it this weekend. And I have a new banner, which my friend Mark Form TV made for me, so I thought that was awesome. I love the banner, and I hope you guys enjoy it also. So definitely thank Mark for making it for me. But let's talk about Avengers The Enemy Within, issue 1. Let's talk about the cover. This art for the cover is a lot better than what we get in this issue. So it's an enjoyable cover. Honestly, I picked up this issue and whim. Let's just say I picked it up for pick up a random comic for Wednesday. I think it was like random comic book day or whatever, so let's just say it was for that. But honestly, I just didn't get that many comics, so I was like, I'll pick this up, whatever, we'll see what happens. And I like picking up Captain Marvel sometimes, see where the series is going, because I want to like the series a lot, because I do like the character, but honestly, I haven't been liking the series that much. But I try it every so often, and I was like, alright, this is a light week, let me see if this miniseries is good. Maybe it's better than the actual series. So the cover is like, alright, whatever, it's a cool cover, and I think, yeah, it's mostly the Avengers movie cast, which is always like, oh, let's mislead everybody and have the Avengers movie cast. That way non-comic book fans will pick it up. Honestly, non-comic book fans probably won't pick it up. But I love when they try to trick you with that. And I was like, oh, let's see if it's the Avengers movie roster. Because they usually do that for covers, even if like none of the characters are actually in the issue. Because honestly, all the characters that are in it was Thor and the half, look, Spider-Woman's half of the cover, and she was mostly in this issue. So I love when they mislead you with that. But still, the art for the cover is a lot better than what we get inside of this issue. But let's talk about this issue, this story. Maybe I do like it a little bit more than the cover. In this issue, we see what we've been seeing in the Captain Marvel series. Captain Marvel's sick. She has something in her brain and she can't fly. She can use her powers, but she can't fly, or else she will get sick and she might lose her powers. So she's still flying sometimes, and she has to fight these wrestlers. They fight throughout this whole issue with Spider-Woman. And again, we are just reminded that she can't fly and she shouldn't be using her powers like this. And also, one of her friend type of grandma people, Rose, was kidnapped, so she saves her. And then these wrestlers actually threaten her apartment, so she's like, oh, everyone in the apartment, go out. And we get to see that they stolen one of the machines she had, which gave her powers. So that's pretty much this big story, is that the machine she had, which she saved as kind of like a relic to her history, was stolen, which is very important to her, and obviously to saving the world, because if they use it, they're going to destroy the world. I honestly didn't love this issue. I think this is the best way to put it. The premise of the story is really interesting. I think if we look at it as the premise of the story, it's just Captain Marvel. She has this sickness. She can't use her powers that often, and they steal one of a really important thing that is going to destroy the Earth if the person, a bad person has it, and it falls into the wrong hands. So obviously, that's kind of interesting. I think that's an interesting cliffhanger. But the way they approach it in this issue is really what bothered me. I didn't like the dialogue that much, and these wrestler people, it's like women wrestlers who become villains. And one of the people's names is Pancakes. So obviously, that's how corny this book is. The woman's name is Pancakes, and Spider-Woman hits her and says, "Banana split." So yeah, there's some really awkward scenes in here. And awkward I mean as like very kiddie jokes, I guess, and very generic comic things, I guess. Generic, like what people think comic books are. It's just like joking everywhere, and like it seems very childish, I guess. And that's why I hated the genericness of this. And maybe not generic, it's just that, just childish, I guess. That's the best way to put it. Banana split, really? Oh, banana peel. I'm sorry. Banana peel. That's exactly what she says. And again, this woman's name is Pancake. She doesn't even look, I mean, does she really look like a pancake to you? I don't know how her name is Pancakes, but yeah, that was just very weird. And even the dialogue in the beginning, it's like, here, I can show you. Captain Marvel is touching Spider-Woman on her face. I can show you that. And Spider-Woman says, hey, why are you touching my face like that? It's just like, oh, I just want to because I thought it was funny. She's like, this thing you're doing with my face, it's weird and I want it to stop. I was just making sure you were real. So she touches her face. It's a little weird. Where did that come from? And also, they're putting signs up for Rose, right? And they're all in their superhero costumes, which I thought was really weird. Usually in those type of scenes, we'll see Jessica Drew and Carol Danvers. You know, we wouldn't see Spider-Woman and Captain Marvel because they're out and open. You can see this man is reading a newspaper, this person's on feeding the pigeons and on a like a park bench. So it's like a normal day, and these two superheroes are just putting up flyers. But really, they didn't have to be in their costumes for that. So I thought that was a really weird scene, because usually you don't see that. So honestly, there's a lot of weird stuff in here that makes it uninteresting, and the way they get to the main plot is weird. I think that's why I didn't really enjoy this issue that much. It's weird. And also, look at Captain Marvel's hair. Very bad art. The art really is not that good, and I think it's the same art actually as Captain Marvel, which is really disappointing. It's just not that great, the art. I mean, the coloring's actually pretty good, but just the facial expressions they use here and the hair, especially Captain Marvel's hair, is really weird. That's why I said, like, the cover art's a lot better than the art inside, even though the coloring's pretty good. Just the art they use and the artistic style, I guess, is kind of weird, and yeah, again, the hair kind of explains it all. Yeah, so I think the story was interesting. Again, just the way they did it wasn't. And that's why I probably won't pick this issue up, this miniseries up. The only issue that looks interesting to me is the Captain Marvel issue 14 one, where it seems like we're going to look more into her past. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, see if we're going to look more into her past, which I always think is interesting. I think that's the interesting part about this miniseries, is because it does seem like we're going to look more into her past and get more of that and getting more of that connection, because this is a lot about her history. So I think that's interesting, but it doesn't make me want to pick up this miniseries. So all in all, I'm going to give this two stars, actually. So definitely don't pick this up. This is actually my worst pick of the week, and yeah, 2 stars. Don't pick it up. Maybe you'll see where this miniseries goes. If you're picking it up, tell me how it goes, I guess. Yeah, but 2 stars. Don't pick it up. And, yeah, we'll see if I pick up that Captain Marvel issue 14 issue, though. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Guys, don't pick this issue up. I give it 2 stars. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the right situations. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.